Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel and a massive thank you for the support on episode 1. Hopefully you guys are seeing this on Tuesday the 24th of September. The first episode went out yesterday. It's been up for about 12 hours now and currently sits on 83 views. To a lot of you, 83 views probably isn't a lot, but to me, that is absolutely incredible. I'm hoping we can maybe hit 100 views within 24 hours. That's what we've done on the first episode of the FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. I'm hoping we can do that again, match it, if not, do a little bit better. But what you guys are used to from the old Liverpool career mode, the Ajax Road to Glory on FIFA 19, is at the start of these episodes, we'd always go to the calendar and we'd have a look at the previous games in the previous episode, look at the scores, look what we won, drawn, or lost. This time round, guys, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm changing it up. In the Southampton career mode, what we used to do is we used to go and look at the games that lie ahead in today's episode, which we will be doing in just a moment's time, and I'll be explaining what we're doing in today's episode. But a new feature, as long as you guys leave comments that I can get you guys involved in and put you in the video, then I'm always going to sit here with the last episode loaded up on the screen. I'm going to go through the comment section, and if I feel like there's a comment that needs to be addressed and put into the video, then we're going to do just that. So I have the computer open here. We're going to scroll down and look at some of the comments. Now, obviously, if you guys leave comments that I think could go in the video, then I'll certainly put them in. So we've got one here from Random Dude saying, FIFA 20 facecam. Yes, finally your beautiful face again. Thank you very much, Random Dude. I certainly wouldn't say it's a beautiful face, though, but I do appreciate that, and it does really help my confidence, so thank you very much for that. Random Dude also goes on to say, sell one or two players and then sign Everton's best player just because we can. As much as that would be fun, we actually have to have a look at straw polls. You guys have been voting on straw polls. I will be leaving both of those straw polls down below in the description and comment section of this video. Please do go and vote if you haven't already. It's very, very important. But we'll briefly touch on them in just a moment's time so we can get an idea of which way we're leaning with the actual outcome of the straw poll. I've had a message from Bandits saying, the one season wonder, please start it earlier so at least you can play some more seasons. Bandits, if I do a one season wonder, which I will be doing a straw poll for you guys to vote on, I've done one on the community page. I'm also going to do one eventually in an actual game or in an actual episode of Liverpool career mode, asking you guys, would you like to see it again? If we do, we will be starting it earlier because we'll be doing 5 seasons. I mentioned it in the first episode: the Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, the Bundesliga, and what was the other? Ligue 1, the French league. They are the 5 leagues that we'll be doing. We'll be doing 5 seasons at 5 different teams. Dylan Johnson says, I think you should start doing your own objectives with forfeit. It would make career mode more interesting. Just a suggestion. Well, Dylan, in the FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode, we've done something called fan objectives. And for everyone that's going to jump on the bandwagon, oh, you've copied Yanni Sport, it wasn't actually copied from Yanni Sport. I found another YouTuber that was doing it much before Yanni Sport. The point here is, guys, whether it come from Yanni Sports, whether it come from somebody else, if I come up with a good idea and people copy it, it just shows me that it's a good idea. So if Yanni Sports ever watches this video, if the other YouTuber, which I can't remember, watches this video, yes, it come from you guys. It's a great concept, and that's exactly why I'm putting it in the video. I'm not stealing the idea. I'm enhancing and introducing an idea that come from somebody else that was unbelievable. It's as simple as that, guys. I'm not copying. I think it's a great idea, and I want to do it. And if I come up with an idea in the future that nobody else has done, and somebody copies my idea, then I won't sit there and be sour about it and be like, oh, why are people copying me? I'll sit there and think, I've obviously got a great idea here if people want to copy me. Don't be a sheep and follow. Make your own path and others will follow you. Simple as that, guys. Niall says, looking good so far, and he's back to commenting. I spoke with him on the Twitch stream. Guys, if you don't follow me on Twitch, it's down below in the description. Twitch.tv/MassiveBrad. I'm pushing that out there and plugging it constantly, guys, because I am doing a lot over on Twitch. So he is back commenting. He hadn't commented for a while. Glad to have you back, Niall. We've got JSHD. Brad, could you give me some tips on my Liverpool career mode? Really enjoying mine and yours. Glad you put the face cam. Is there any chance you can put it a little bit bigger? And please put it in the top right of the screen. Well, I'll touch up on this comment. Number 1, can I make it a bit bigger? This episode is slightly a little bit bigger. I don't want to go too big because then it goes over the top. As for putting in the top right, let me explain, guys. So you can see that down here in this corner and down here in this corner, it's very dark, right? At the moment up top here, though, you can see the background. You can see FIFA behind me. If I'm to put the face cam to the top right of the screen, The issue with this is the dark bits are then going to be halfway down the screen, whereas right now, down here and down here can be hidden in the bottom corner. If I put it in the top, you're going to see the darker areas. So for now, I can't really move it. Once I sort out a better solution and a better lighting system for the green screen, yes, I'll try it in the top right corner and see what you guys think. But the most important thing, guys, with this being a brand new series, with me using green screen, it's very important that you give me feedback, whether it's positive or negative. I can't grow and make things better if you don't give me feedback. So many of you are saying, Brad, please can we have face cam? You've now got face cam. Now, if you're not happy with the face cam, it's not in the right position, it's not big enough, you need to give me feedback and I will do my best to give you guys what you want. I can't please everyone, but I'll certainly try. And then that's the only way I can grow and make improvements. So right now it's got to stay in the bottom right until I get a better lighting source, and then we can look at putting it in the top right. I also noticed when editing the video, guys, unfortunately, the audio, you can see the pop filter just here. The microphone's right there picking up my audio. It's not in synchronization with the webcam. So if I do this, 1, 2, 3, you'll see that it's not quite in synchronization. Now, from episode 3 onwards, I'm going to be changing the way I record. I mentioned it briefly in episode 1. I'm going to have a program that records just facecam. I'm going to have a program that records just audio and a program that records just the game screen, just FIFA itself. The reason I'm doing this is because I believe the recording device I use comes with a recording program. And right now, that's picking up the audio, it's picking up the game audio, it's picking up the game screen, and it's picking up facecam. I think it's struggling. I think there's too much running on it. Although I've got a very fast PC, I think it's the actual software itself. It's struggling to run all of them because it takes a lot to be running a 1080p 60 frames per second webcam, a very high quality studio microphone, 720p 60 frames per second gameplay, and also in-game play audio. So I think there's a lot of pressure on the actual application right now. So as from episode 3, things might start to look a lot better, guys, because I'll be recording on 3 different applications for 3 different devices. But that is that out the way, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy episode 1, and if you do enjoy episode 2, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. It really means the most. But if we quickly look at, you guys know I use my sticky notes to make sure I can make notes for this video. Episode 1, we looked over the team, the youth, transfers, the straw polls, the patch. We sorted the foundation and built the foundation plus the first floor. Today's episode, we've got a few more things to look at. We've got competitions that we're in, transfers, the straw polls, which we'll look at in just a moment's time, new features, i.e. the text, the pre and post match commentary, or pre and post match conferences, should I say, and also fan objectives. Somebody asked there about would I do my own objectives. This is a yes. Fan objectives will be coming back to FIFA 20. I'm not sure when yet. I don't know if it will be in the Liverpool career mode. It might be in Season 2 of the Liverpool career mode. It might be in Season 1 of the next career mode. It could also be in Season 1 of the Liverpool career mode. I'm just not sure yet. But if you haven't voted on these straw poll, guys, definitely go down below in the comment section and description and vote on them. Now, number 1 is, do we keep the FIFA 20 Liverpool career mode realistic? In FIFA 19, we kept the first 2 seasons realistic, and then the 3rd season, we went unrealistic. Right now, it currently stands, there's been 7 votes. 6 of them are for yes, keep it realistic, 1 for no. So as it stands right now, we're keeping it realistic. The only reason I mention this, guys, it may not still finish this way. You know, a load of votes could come in for no, and we do keep it unrealistic. But I'm mentioning this because we are going to be looking at transfers, and we will be making some moves in today's episode. The other straw poll is, let me just refresh the results. What positions do you feel need improving or an extra support bringing in? The options were left back, centre mid, right back, left wing, striker, centre back, right wing, CDM, and goalkeeper. They are the main positions that we actually play. Currently winning with 3 votes is left back, which is great because I really think that left back is a big position that we need to look at bringing back up in for, not necessarily improving. Shockingly, 2 votes for a central midfielder. I didn't think you guys would think we needed another central midfielder. I mentioned about bringing Henderson back to CDM, maybe looking at bringing someone in. You guys clearly agree maybe with that one. Right back, this was a bit of a shock. I thought we were okay at right back, but there's 2 votes for right back. And then with 1 vote, we've got left wing, striker, and centre back. So from that, guys, I have added some players to the transfer list. Now, obviously, right now, there is 6 votes for this career mode to be realistic. So I have searched the internet, searched the web, and looked for players that Liverpool, A, have been linked with in the last 2 years, or 2, players that I think would fit nicely that also stay within the realistic genre of what you guys are voting for. So 2 left-back positions we currently have right now. Philip Max, who he was linked from FC Augsburg to come to Liverpool for £40 million to help out, obviously, Andy Robertson. And Junior Firpo from Barcelona. Now, with this one, when I've done a little bit of a deep search, we weren't going to buy him from Barcelona. Barcelona must have bought him from wherever he come from. We were going to buy him before Barcelona, but we still were linked with him, so he's still certainly going to be an option. Moving on to the right back, Matt Doherty. We weren't linked with him in real life, but I think Matt Doherty will be a great player to bring in, especially to help out Trent at the right back if you guys continue to vote that we need a new right back. And the other man was Ricardo Pereira, which we were linked with before Brendan Rodgers come to Leicester City. I say that because I don't think Brendan Rodgers is going to sell any players to Liverpool, and especially to Jurgen Klopp. Moving on to the midfield, we've got Nabil Fekir. Now, unfortunately, he moved from Lyon to Real Betis, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to buy him, but he has got a release clause. It was supposedly this close, and the only reason it fell through is because he does have a problem with his knees, and he is very injury prone with his knees. That's the only reason he never signed for Liverpool, and obviously went to Real Betis. Still an option for me, though, because this isn't real life. The next man is absolutely unbelievable. The Portuguese man, Bruno Fernandes, absolutely smashing it for Sporting CP now. Played very well against Liverpool in pre-season. Absolutely unbelievable player. Was linked with Manchester United, Spurs and Liverpool. Sadly didn't move to any of them, but I think in January he may well just look to move to one of those clubs in the Premier League. James Maddison, another Leicester City player. Been watching him for the last couple of weeks for Leicester. What a player, whether it's getting the ball back, whether it's defending, whether it's moving forwards, playing the ball forward, scoring, shooting, it doesn't matter. James Maddison is an unbelievable player right now, and I would love to see him at Liverpool in real life and also in this career mode. He is a choice that I have chosen. We haven't been linked with him in real life. Moving on to Ruben Neves, the Wolves man, plays a centre mid and also central defensive midfielder. Likes to score from outside the box a lot and has been linked to Liverpool in real life. So another great option for another central midfielder there. Moving on to this man, Enis Bardi from Levante UD. Now, I've never played with Enis Bardi. As far as I know and what I've seen online, we've never been linked with him in real life. But he's a player that's young and is supposedly the next Steven Gerrard. And after hearing that Enis Bardi was potentially the next Steven Gerrard, Gerrard was an unbelievable player at Liverpool. Why not look at bringing another or the next Steven Gerrard back to Liverpool? So Enis Bardi is an option there to play in the central midfield. Kai Havertz. I mean, the more you hear about this man, the more you watch this man, the more you think, what a player, and how long until a Premier League team snaps him up. Liverpool 2 years ago, we're looking at buying him for 55 million. I'm sure he's going to be worth a lot more now, but it was in the papers that Liverpool were linked with Kai Havertz, so he could be a player that we bring in. The only problem is he plays central attacking midfielder and on the right side at right mid. We don't actually play a right mid or a central attacking midfielder, so we'd have to play with centre mid. Whether that means his stats are going to drop, but he's not going to play well in that position, we'll have to wait and see. Moving on, we now have a left winger. We only have one, and he's a player that I've put in there because not only did I love him in the Ajax Road to Glory, he also was linked with Liverpool. Both David Neres on the left wing and Hakim Ziyech on the right wing were both linked to Liverpool in the summer, and I think David Neres could be a perfect player to come in, not only to sit behind Mane and really help out in that left wing position, but he also plays right wing. So if Salah or Shaqiri were to pick up an injury, we've got another player that can play on either wing. Great option there, and was linked to Liverpool in real life. Moving on, there's a couple of strikers, 2 that we were linked with in real life, 1 that I just loved in the Southampton career mode. The 2 that were linked in real life, Timo Werner. He's been linked for the last 5 years, coming to Liverpool to sit behind Bobby Firmino. For me personally, if we were going to sign a striker, Timo Werner would be number 1. Number 2 linked this year was Iñaki Williams, but in fact then signed a new deal with Atletico Club. And I think it was for something stupid like 8 years, an 8-year contract to keep him at the club. I think he's been there since, can I click it? Will it show me? I think he's been there since 2012, putting him already there for 7 years. He signed a contract of another 8 years, I do believe. But Liverpool were linked with him before he made that contract signing, so still another great option to bring in. He also plays right wing, so can help out Salah and Shaqiri if we have any problems there. And the last man on the list, you guys will know him very well from the Southampton career mode, Lautaro Martinez. What a unbelievable player. Scored plenty of goals at Southampton. We brought him in from Inter Milan on loan for £50,000 a week. He played up top with Danny Ings, Che Adams, and he was just absolutely outstanding. Scored 24 goals, I think, in all competitions. What a player, and would certainly like to see what he's got up his sleeve in FIFA 20. Great growth potential as far as I can see. I know that technically growth potentials aren't there anymore, but he certainly has got a growth potential of plus 86. So a player that would be very nice to rotate with Bobby Firmino up top. But that's the transfers out the way, guys. We talked about the straw polls. We talked about transfers. Am I going to sign anyone today? Probably not. Now, let me explain. It's very difficult right now, guys, because episode 1 went up yesterday. I'm now recording episode 2 the next morning. I don't want to get myself too far ahead because then you guys can't get involved. So this straw poll that I've got in front of me now, left back is winning with 3 votes. I don't want to sign a left back straight away because in the next, or when this video's up now, as you guys are watching, you may not have voted on this. You might go and vote, and a load of people vote for left winger. We have to sign a left winger, and we don't have money for a left back or a central midfielder. So I really want to give it 2 episodes, so episode 1 and this episode, for you guys to vote on the straw polls. Then we'll have a clear-cut chance of signing exactly a player in the position that you guys have voted for. But to touch on what's coming in today's episode, guys, well, we will be playing the full pre-season. I'm not sure if we go to the calendar whether we can see further ahead. We can see 3 games currently. We've got PSG, we've got RB Leipzig, or Red Bull New York. Is that RB Leipzig? I could be wrong on that one. It could be Red Bull New York by the looks of it, and not RB Leipzig. And then Dortmund. So the plan here is we're going to play PSG. We're going to play Red Bull. We're going to play PSG. We're going to simulate Red Bull. If we win the game against PSG and the simulated game against Red Bull, we will then simulate the game against Dortmund. Because as long as we win those first 2 games, without a doubt, we should get through the group stages. Then we can play the semi-finals and also the final, and then the 3 games we'll have played will be PSG, the semi-final and the final, and we'll have simulated Dortmund and Red Bull New York. But I'm excited because this episode we are kicking off our first few games in pre-season in the American Challenge Cup, and I am super pumped for this. So let me just check my little notes. So I was meant to talk about competitions. You guys probably already know what competitions Liverpool are in. We've got the main few. We've got Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, the UEFA Super Cup. Is there anything else? The American Challenge Cup, which is pre-season. So competition's done. Transfers, I've just showed you who I've got on the list. Guys, if there's someone else in that position that you think is realistic, make sure you drop them down below in the comment section. If you leave a comment with a player, we'll certainly address it in the next episode at the start and we can add them to the list. New features, obviously I showed you guys in episode 1 the text that you now get off players, and obviously there's pre and post match conferences, which I don't think we'll get to do in today's episode. I don't think that kicks off till the Premier League starts. And then of course I mentioned about fan objectives. I'm not sure, guys, so let me know down below, would you like me to bring fan objectives back for season 1? Would you like me to hold off till season 2, or potentially not do them in the Liverpool career mode and do them in the other career mode that I will be starting when we finish the January transfer in this career mode? Let me know down below, guys. And I think I've said everything I need to say. I've been talking for a very long time. I can only apologise, guys. But I have to keep you guys updated. It's the start of a brand new series. I've got to get the webcam right, or the face cam. I've got to get the audio right. We need to make sure moving forwards, these videos are as top-notch as they possibly can. You may also notice I probably look terrible, and I probably sound terrible through the audio. The reason for that, guys, is I'm ill. Surprisingly, I was completely fine yesterday. I woke up this morning, my eyes are heavy. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold or a bug. I'm really not sure. So if I do seem a little bit less energetic today, I can only apologise, guys. I'm feeling terrible. My temperature is going hot. I'm really hot right now. Before I was really cold. You may hear some background noise. That's because I've got the window open because I'm very hot right now. But unfortunately, I do feel like I'm coming down with something. I'm going to keep producing content for you guys. We just got to keep grinding it out. But as I say, if it doesn't seem as very energetic, or you're like, oh, Brad seemed a little bit flat today, the reason for that is I feel like I'm coming down with something and I'm not feeling too well. Just going to take a look at the green screen because it has moved again. You can always see in this corner right here, a little black line comes in. Apologies over that, guys. I will keep trying to check. But up next, guys, we are playing the game against PSG. It's our first game on FIFA 20 in this Liverpool career mode. Hopefully we can get off to a great start. The lineup we are putting out is Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Henderson in the central midfield role, Fabinho a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson and Van Dijk, Matip and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. I'm excited for this game. Hopefully you guys are excited to see where this Liverpool career mode goes. Hopefully we will be challenging in all competitions this year, and if you are excited, guys, and you are enjoying the episode so far, make sure to give them a big thumbs up for me. It does mean a lot. And I think, guys, over the next couple of episodes, a lot of things are going to change up. The way I've just read that team out to you then, where we just looked at the squad hub, I may well change that up. I might start reading the team out when we get to this page, just so I can cut that little bit out. I can read the team out as you guys see it in front of you now, and then we can, of course, get into this game. But let's go ahead and get into this game against PSG and hopefully get our first win with Liverpool. And who is going to be the first Liverpool scorer? Well, it's certainly not an easy opponent to be playing for the first game of pre-season. PSG, I'm pretty sure with it being pre-season, they're not going to put out a full-strength squad. I don't think Di Maria, Neymar, Mbappe will be in there. I think they're going to be playing a lot of young players. Is Julian Draxler going to be in there? Verratti, I'm not sure they're going to be playing a full-strength team like we are. I don't think any of the teams, Dortmund or New York Red Bulls, it is New York Red Bulls. I think I said in episode 1, it was RB Leipzig, but it's actually New York Red Bulls, so I apologise over that, guys. But I'm excited for this game. I can't, oh, Di Maria is in the team there, but I can't see many familiar faces in the PSG team, so it looks like we have got a much stronger team. I'm hopeful that we can get this win over PSG, start off this Liverpool career mode on a high. And as we get Bobby Firmino kicking us off in the first half, let's get it underway. And let's see what damage we can do to PSG. Come on, Robbo. Neymar is on the pitch, plays it out wide now to Di Maria. Van Dijk going to have to get a cross and elbow because Robbo's well out of position. Ball comes into the middle, it's 1-0. Guklu makes it 1-0 for PSG. Oh, defending is a lot better on FIFA 20, but it's certainly a little bit more difficult. Great ball in. I pulled Van Dijk across to take on Di Maria as Robertson was out of position. I needed Van Dijk in the middle to help out Matip. He gets his head to it, and he puts it past Alisson. We're all 1-0 down. Get across, good interception, Salah. Henderson, Fabinho. Back to Henderson, going to hit this first time with Henderson. Oh, just fired a goal. Not a bad strike though. Good lad, keep the pressure on. Jockey with him. Nicely done. Ball going to come in now. How have we not got that ball? It's 2-0 PSG. It's going to be a long way crawling back, that is for sure. A long way back. How Van Dijk and Matip didn't attack that ball to get rid of it, I have no idea. Go back through to Bobby. Nicely done, Bobby. Let's go. Come on, Salah. Put Salah in behind. Come on, Salah. This is the one. Dance him. Dance him onto your left foot. Salah. Mane's there. Oh, it's cleared away from Gorgon. Here's Salah. Salah with a little dink in now towards Mane at the back post. Mane to follow up. Yes! Sadio Mane gets the first Liverpool goal. We needed a goal before half time. Oh, we were seriously going to start struggling. Going in 2-0 down at half time to PSG. If they bring on some of the big guns, we would have been in serious trouble. Mane finds the first Liverpool goal in pre-season against PSG. He should have really scored with his head. It was a great save from Innocent. I'm just glad he was there to hit home. And Innocent, in fact, gets a hand to it, only to push it into the back of the net. But Mane will get the goal because it was on target. Gets it on the volley. And Innocent just guides it into the back of the net, helping out Mane there. Whew, it's 2-1. And it's probably going to be 2-1 as we go in at half time. Stand them up, Genie. Stand them up, son. Stand them up. That's the one in Capo. Gets the ball from Neymar, but the referee's going to say, enough's enough. You've had your injury time. It's time for half-time. Luckily enough, we managed to score a goal with Sadio Mane, who is now the first Liverpool goal scorer this season, and for a brand new series on FIFA 20. I'm happy that we got a goal back. If we were coming out 2-0 down to PSG, we could be in some serious trouble. We did get it back to 2-1, so I'm feeling a lot more confident going into the second half. We are going to jump into it with exactly the same team. We need to find an early on goal if we want to push on and get the win. So it really is down to the players now whether they want to fight for this or not. Go on, let's go, Bobby. Keep chasing it, son. It's flicked on. Oh, it's a mistake there. Here comes Bobby Firmino. Through a goal. Bobby Firmino. He's put it wide. Don't let him put this ball in. It's Di Maria back to Gorgon. Ball coming in now. Trent needs to get there. Flicked on. Mbappe's going to get there. Neymar's there. It's 3-1.
But when it does, well, it's a wonderful weapon. Didn't he get it right? The leap, the plotting of the trajectory is the...
How's Mbappe letting him head it down there? How is whoever's marking Mbappe? He's not the tallest of players. How is that ball getting through to Neymar? How is Alisson not saving that ball? 3-1 down to PSG. Ball coming in. You've got to get there this time round, Trent. Nicely done. Come on, here's Mbappe on it now. Mbappe cut through! 4-1. We've been absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. There's not more I can say. Don't let him get a shot off. Coming forwards again. Here comes Mbappe now. Genie's on it. It's wide a goal, and we have lost our first game to PSG.
With the final whistle. Is it a case of back to the drawing board after a defeat like this? I think there were positives to take.
That was a really tough
wasn't quite up to scratch on the day when it mattered. Once or twice they snatched at chances.
That was a difficult one, you know. I wasn't expecting PSG to come out like that, especially because they played so many young kids. They were playing a lot of players that don't start for PSG. And they played very well. I mean, stat-wise, I'm not sure how it looked. I mean, yeah, they killed us. 15 shots, 9 on target, compared to our 7 shots, 4 on target. They had a lot more of the ball. For me, Trent didn't play well at all. Constantly caught out of position by Neymar. I know Neymar's not an easy opponent to be marking, but Neymar and Mbappe were the two that kept causing problems, especially Neymar down that left-hand side where Trent was. But unfortunately, we do lose our first game in charge at Liverpool 4-1 to PSG. We're going to have to bounce back. Unfortunately, we are simulating the next game against New York Red Bulls. Fingers crossed we can get the win. Otherwise, we're going to be in serious trouble and potentially be falling out of the American Challenge Cup earlier than I would have liked. Well, that was a very difficult game. We really struggled against PSG. I just couldn't get into the groove, couldn't get out of second gear. I was really struggling in the middle of the park. That's where we kept losing the ball and they would get us on the counter-attack. Van Dijk had an absolutely shocking match, and you can tell with that because as we move over to the squad, you can see that he's not happy. You can see there that unfortunately now his morale has gone unhappy. And like I was saying in yesterday's episode, when Henderson got that boost and he had loads of pluses, now Van Dijk has a load of minuses because he's unhappy. He didn't play well. So unfortunately, we're in a little bit of trouble. His composure still stays at 89, but is actually going to be in-game at 86. His interceptions are down to 86. His acceleration's down to 71. You guys get the idea. The white numbers are his actual overall stat, but in-game, it's going to be minus whatever the red number is, and that's how it's actually going to be, which is a big problem. His strength down from 92 to 90. We need to hope that he bounces back. I have changed up the team a little bit. And now, guys, we have Red Bulls New York up next. Now, unfortunately, I was just going to say I'll read the team out on the other screen. But when we simulate the game, it's a little bit different. So I'll do it for the next game, definitely, or one of the games. But for now, I'll read it from the squad. But a few changes being made. Brought Shaqiri into the team, Naby Keita into the team, and also Joe Gomez at the back. But we'll go with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Shaqiri out on the right wing, Naby Keita linking up with Jordan Henderson in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. Now this year round, guys, on FIFA 20, it loads up like that. As I press advance now, you won't actually see minute by minute updates. It's just going to jump straight to the score. So as we press advance, the players will warm up, and without me even touching the button, like you used to be able to skip it, it straight away just gives you the score. It doesn't go through 10 minutes this happened, 12 minutes this happened, 52 minutes this happened. It straight away skips. Now, I know a lot of EA game changers have said bring that feature back where it plays through the game. I have also left feedback after playing the beta of bringing that back. You used to be able to have the option to press the Y button and skip the game and just look at the score, but you can't do that on this FIFA. On this build at the moment, that is not possible. But we do go on to beat New York Red Bulls 2-1. Very happy with that. We have Mane and Bobby Firmino scoring our goals. Royette scored for New York Red Bulls. So a little bit more of a decent game that time round, although we didn't play it. PSG did beat Dortmund 2-0, which puts us in a great position now to simulate the game against Dortmund, because ourselves and Dortmund have both won one game. New York Red Bulls are not going to be able to do anything. It's between us and Dortmund, who won't be getting through to the semi-finals and then potentially the finals. But I may have a little look how it works out, because we could play Dortmund and then simulate the semi-finals and then play the finals. I only want to play 3 games in today's episode, guys. So I don't want it to be too long, so I'm really going to have to take a look at what is the best option, which I'll have a look at next. So this could be a massive risk, but I'm going to simulate the game against Dortmund, and this is literally it. If we win, we're through. If we lose, we're not. If we draw, it's going to go down to goal difference. Realistic game. I'm hopeful we can beat Dortmund. So I can't even show you guys the other way. I'm going to have to show you this way again. But we're going with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Jordan Henderson in the central midfield, Fabinho a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson and Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. Please, EA gods, be kind to us. Unfortunately, if we get knocked out now and we get beat by Dortmund, then we're out. And unfortunately, this episode will be done with and probably finished a little bit shorter than I would have liked. But at least it's a shorter video for you guys. If we do manage to win, then we've got another 2 games in today's episode. Let's go ahead and advance, get these players warmed up. It's going to skip straight away. The score is we beat them 3-0. Boom. Jordan Henderson scores the first one in the 4th minute. Bobby Firmino scores right before half-time in the 44th, and Trent manages to get a goal in the 60th minute. So we beat Dortmund 3-0, which means us and PSG will be going through. I've seen that PSG beat New York Red Bulls 3-1, Cavani scoring in the 88th minute to seal the deal. But it's us and PSG going through to the semi-finals. We won't be playing PSG. It'll be one of the other players, but we could meet PSG again in the final of this American Challenge Cup, and I'd like to, because I'd like to have another chance at taking them on. RB Leipzig are going after our man Philip Max at the left-back position. I'm quickly going to go have a look at the transfer hub, because I'm thinking we may have to buy him, because we're between Philip Max and Junior Firpo. Now, I personally think a left-back needs to be brought in. I think probably Philip Max, because he was linked with Liverpool more recently, is probably the better option. And if we click him, it's currently ongoing with RB Leipzig. They put in an offer, I do believe, of 9.3 million. I think we may have to put an option in, but you know what, guys? We'll do it, because we may well get to see either the restaurant or the rooftop bar when we meet up with FC Augsburg's manager or the transfer man, and he can come in and we can potentially make our first signing. So let's go ahead and approach to buy Philip Max. We need to really not risk losing him. If you guys want a left back bringing in and you vote for Philip Max and we don't get him, unfortunately it's back at the training ground office. Glad you made it. Take a seat. We don't want RB Leipzig taking him from underneath our nose, do we? He's currently valued at 9 million. Let's offer it straight up. Let's go 9.7. Will you take 9.7 for him? 10.4. I mean, you were selling him for 10.5 or something. Make it 10 mil. You got a deal. Meet me down the middle. 10 mil. Boom. Fair deal. So Augsburg's rep come in. And we've potentially got Philip Max to help Andrew Robertson at the left-back position. Now, the issue I've got here now is ours has been accepted. RB Leipzig's hasn't yet. So I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm now going to advance to the game up next in the semi-finals of the American Challenge Cup. We're taking on, you may look at the badge and think, I'm not too sure who that is. That is Juventus. That is Ronaldo and co. I think it's pronounced Piemonte. Unfortunately, Pez got the rights to Juventus, the stadiums, the kit, the players, the face, everything. So unfortunately FIFA have had to kind of bend around it and do the best they possibly can, and that is why they're down as Piemonte. But let's go ahead and advance another 2 days. We'll see what happens there with Philip Max. I'm hoping that first initial offer from RB Leipzig is straight up blocked, and then it means we can potentially wait and we don't have to make a signing in today's episode. That is a little bit scary considering Zidane is after Pogba and potentially could look at buying him in January in real life. So he has gone to Real Madrid. But as we get into this match against Juventus, I'm not going to call them Piemonte. I just can't. It's physically not possible for me to call them that. I know they're Juventus, so we're calling them Juventus. We'll go in all white kit. They can go in their yellow and blue. Looks like a Brazilian kit. But I'm now going to read the team out from this page here. Let me read it out from the match preview. Great. If you'd rather me read it out from the squad hub, let me know down below in the comment section. But we've gone with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Jordan Henderson in the central midfield role, Fabinho a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, then Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. Let's get into this game against Juventus, hopefully bag the win and bag ourselves a place in the final of the American Challenge Cup. We struggled against PSG, we fought back against RB Red Bulls New York, and we managed to fall back against Dortmund to beat them 3-0. So can we take on the Italian stallion giants, Juventus? Can we beat Ronaldo and co? I'm not even sure if Ronaldo is even in that team. The ex-Liverpool man Emre Can is. That is for sure. There he is, Emre Can. Much regret going to Juventus. Can't even get in the team anymore. And Aaron Ramsey, who was signed on a free, now gets ahead of him every game. There is CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo, ready to potentially try and punish Liverpool. But let's get into this first half. As Juventus kick us off, let's try and do some damage to Juve. Gini, go to Salah now. Nicely done. Here comes Salah coming forward. Cut it back. Mo Salah onto that left foot. Mo Salah! Oh, it's just wide of goal. Just get rid of it, Bobby. There we go. And as we pass it to Fabinho, the referee's going to blow that whistle for half-time. We needed that half-time whistle to come realistically. Really struggling. I don't know whether it's ultimate difficulty, but I seem to be certainly struggling. I just can't get into the groove with Liverpool. I feel like there's a scoring chance coming from the team. Hopefully we can change that up in the second half. Barcelona currently lead PSG 1-0, so we could potentially be seeing Barcelona in the final of the American Challenge Cup. I am going to make a few subs. I'm going to go Gini off for Naby Keita. I'm going to bring Divock Origi on for Bobby Firmino. And I think that's the only move I'm going to do at the moment. Eventually going to look at putting Gomez probably out to right back and then swap Trent at centre back for Matip. But for now, I'm happy to go back into the second half. We just need to change up the tactics. We need to start trying to score goals. We need to push forward. Mane to Divock. Divock going over his far side now to Salah. Salah should be through on goal here. Here he comes. Mo Salah onto his left foot. Mo Salah. Referee, it's going to be a penalty. It's a penalty. We did get our shot off, but then the player took us out when we didn't have the ball to straight red. Del Fabro is red carded in the 58th minute, and we've got a chance to take the lead. Who's going to be on it? That is the question. Currently it's Mane. I'm going to swap it to Mo Salah. Mo Salah. They're very hard this year, guys, to take penalties. Very hard. It's very sensitive. That is for sure. Mo Salah. Mo Salah. Oh, it's off the crossbar. We don't want to be doing that, lads. We do not want to be doing that. Here's Ronaldo into Dybala, into Emre Can, into Ronaldo. It's going to be 1-0.
But the opening goal, well, they were threatening to score. It was coming, and now it has.
Divock. Henderson. Round his man. Henderson. Divock. Oh, I just couldn't get the ball to him. Ah! Go on, Mane. Come on, son. Let's get Mane in behind. It's a great ball there from Naby Keita. Pass it into Naby Keita. Naby Keita to Henderson. Henderson! Oh, took a block and it's out for a corner in the 90th minute. We don't score from this and we are out. Come on, Divock. You like doing stuff from corners. Divock Origi. Yes! Divock Origi! He scored from a ball in from Trent in the Champions League against Barcelona, and he scored again. Wow. He's done it again, ladies and gentlemen. He's done it again. Oh, my throat. I shouldn't have shouted. You guys are used to just hearing me shout audio. Now you're physically going to see how I celebrate. And when you see me doing laps up and down the room, you'll be laughing your head off when we win Champions League or the Premier League. Oh, it's 1-1 in the 90th minute. There we go. It's going to penalties. Not that that's going to do us any favours. We just missed it with Mo Salah. Oh, penalty shootout in the semi-finals against Juventus. Now my throat's really sore. Oh my, oh my, oh my. We didn't play too bad, to be fair. I mean, look at all our shots. Juventus is the blue dots. They were all very similar, edge of the box. Look at ours, all over the place. But it's going to a penalty shootout. Probably should have went with Fabinho, shouldn't I? Here's Dybala. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Oh, Fabinho, you need to finish this, son. You need to finish it for me. Come on, Fabinho. Tuck that away, son. Fabinho! Oh, it's beautiful. Tucked away nicely. CR7. Ronaldo. Yes, we saved it! Oh, my word. We're in a great position here. Come on, Millie. Come on, Millie, please. Come on, Millie. Top right. Millie! Oh, it's saved. Oh. Ramsey. Oh, he's put it wide. They've missed all three. Oh, come on, Sadio. Come on, Sadio. Bottom right, son. Sadio. Yes, sends the keeper the wrong way. We save this and it's over. Alisson could be the man here. Adrian Rabiot from PSG to Juventus steps up. Rabiot. Rabiot. Oh, he's put it wide and we've won.
And he has to bear the consequences of his side losing the shootout.
Oh, look at him. You've got to feel sorry for him. Just something that happens to...
Not a single goal scored by Juventus.
That's a very bad penalty.
Oh, that is shocking. That is shocking.
Penalties next week, I would imagine.
Alisson saves one. One hits the crossbar. Too wide. What are we looking at here? Because my screen just froze. Oh, I had blue sky then, and then it went back. Oh, that man there. And that's why we don't need a striker when we've got the man Divock Origi. Ale, ale, ale! Unbelievable. Divock Origi scores in the dying embers of the game to put it to penalties, in which we win 2-1. We score 2 out of our 4. And they score none out of their 4. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We are now going to be seeing PSG or Barcelona in the final of the American Challenge Cup. You guys did not think we were going to be going this far. I know you started to doubt me, but I'm Massive Brad and we're here to take over.
Beautiful weather and a beautiful stadium. I'm talking about Dignity Health Sports Park here in Los Angeles, California. My name is Derek Ray. With me in the commentary position is the Arsenal legend Lee Dixon. And we have action from the pre-season final just seconds away. It is Liverpool versus Barcelona.
Well, what a really fabulous tournament this has been, Derek, hasn't it? The fans have been out in force, so welcoming, wonderful hosts, and the quality of football for this stage in the season has been absolutely brilliant, and the players are getting really fit as well.
And Andrew Robertson has lost the ball. Suarez. It might be the moment to get them ahead. There it is! How about that for starters?
Well, what a huge moment that might be for this club. The fans are going absolutely wild. Well, you tell youngsters in that position just to hit the target. You can't score unless you...
Minutes to go. Oh, that's an interesting pass. And Mohamed Salah now. Salah! Oh, can you get your heads around this? Just when we thought it might be done and dusted, it's level again.
Well, the fans were starting to think it was over. Not now. Another twist maybe, Derek?
Vidal. Well, they're keeping their opponents moving and guessing. Beautifully weighted ball. Lightning fast reflexes to preserve the parity.
I thought it was going to be the winner, but hats off to the keeper.
Corner kick played in. Punched away. It's gone in! And surely now, it's one hand on the trophy.
Well, there's not long left for a response now. Is there anything left in the tank?
Well, they certainly weren't going through the motions. It meant a lot to them, and now they're about to receive their prize.
Yeah, absolutely. You ask the losers, they'll say it doesn't really matter, but winning is the best thing to do.
And the trophy lift is always something to savour for the players involved. Here we go now.